Hey everyone, Andang here for some more Lord of the Rings Online. You guys voted and we're making it happen tonight. Yes, it's once again time to be going through our Permadeath Dwarf. Having a lot of fun with that. Hopefully we don't fall off anything and then need reses or actually die. That'd be bad. Like last time almost. Anyway, Diego, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Mistweaver, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here as well. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on in to some LOTRO. And it feels like it's been longer than a week. I don't know about you guys, but it just feels like it's been quite some time. So you finally made it to Bree. I mean, I don't even know if we've actually... Like, we're in Bree land. I guess we did go to Bree, but then we went up into the north. Yeah, we did end up going to Bree. Let's see. We do have a blue level quest, light blue, so we gotta cancel that. We only do the dark blue. And, like, burglar stuff we'll actually do, because, well, that's kind of class related. To Bree Town. We haven't even done that yet? Alright, we're going to Bree Town. Here we go. Off to Bree. Gonna turn this thing in. It's gonna be great. We'll be on our way. Alright. Universal morale potions again. They keep happening. So apparently they removed the Hobbit gifts from the Hobbit presents, which is kind of disappointing. I don't know if that's a current like live thing or if that's a beta thing, but I did hear about that. Also in the beta server they're actually redoing how the whole Hobbit gifts, Hobbit presents work, where it changes the UI, and I guess there's different loot tables that they're going to come in that are hopefully more useful to things that we actually want at our level. That would be nice. So we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully it'll be a good thing and not a here's a bunch of loot boxes. I could totally see them do that though. Alright, let's go ahead and set it as our quest guide focus. But in beta, yes. Okay. Good deal, good deal. I'm guessing it's just a beta thing then. But I've been like I had logged in like every day on my lore master to try to get the stuff right, and because I didn't have the armor, and then I realized, oh hey, this armor is account bound, so I just went on my champion and got it. So now my lore master is all geared to go and ready for Minas Morgul when that comes. So I'm super excited about that. I might show that at the end of the stream here if you guys are interested and want to remind me to do that. Good old Bree. Here we go. Yeah, the more and more I watch about Classic WoW, the more I want Classic LOTRO.
How can I be of service?
My goodness. Well, that's cool. He knows where we're from, kind of. I mean, we told him from the Blue Mountains, so, you know, that's a thing, but, you know, kinda knows where we're from, alright? Kinda. There we go.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Thanks for coming here. I'm sending you away! Alright, thanks, bud. Hey, Bongorfians, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Alright, sure, yeah. Part of me wants to just go straight to Trestlebridge. Let me know, chat. Should we go straight there? Should we risk that? Should we risk it for a biscuit? Or do you guys want me to stay in Bree and survive? Let me know.
Would you do something for me?
Nah, we don't need to do the housing quest. It'd be an easy completion, but I don't want want to do any of that. Alright, let's see. So we need to go back over the southern fields at the very least. So let's go do that. Second Watcher and Bree. That's back this way. I forgot we have more than one quest in Bree. Don't the mobs are level 25 plus? Hey, Jack-a-Sam, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here, man. Rocking those emotes. If I remember, although I think they moved him. But he used to be just in this courtyard, but yeah, he's over here, that's right. From our Murder and Bree episode, that's why clearly I don't remember it, but that's why I'd like to think that I remember it. Alright.
Greetings.
Well, that was very anticlimactic. Okay. That was like no XP too. Alright. Well, I guess we'll keep going up this way. Bring her note in Bree. Man, how many quests in Bree did we have? Apparently a lot. Collect coin purses? What do we need to do that for? Man, I don't think I've been through Bree, like as far as questing, since the revamp. I don't think I've quested through Bree this whole time. Does this character have a sheep pet yet? I think so. The Dark Marauder says if you go to the Scholar's Archives, every map of Middle-earth is there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in Bree, actually. Like, Corey Olsen has his hall that they made for him, right? So, that's pretty cool. And he does his class from there
A lovely
sometimes.
day, isn't it? Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Ah, we could get some armor here. And it is a lot better than what we got. I forgot we're named Dang Fry for a second. Oh my. Could you check? Alright, where's the Scholar Archives again? It's been a minute. They're in the Scholar thing over here, right? Like, aren't they right there? Pretty sure it's right there. We're gonna go looking. Since you guys want. By the way, if you want to join in game, feel free to send a tell to Dangfry on Landerville, which is finally open again. My goodness, that was some crazy downtime. So it was from like, what was it? It was something ridiculous. Like, it was more than 12 hours that this thing was down. I think it was from 2 a.m. to like 11 p.m. or something ridiculous. I went the wrong way. Oh, if I have the sheep pet. Well, hey, I can do both. I can do both. How about that? If I can remember how to check pets. See, this is the even harder thing. Yeah, it was crazy downtime. Shift C, thank you. That's right, the collection panel. Alright, apparently the answer is no. Apparently the answer is no. That was my last character, I guess. My last one. Right. Alright, we're gonna go through here. You missed a whole day of gaming on Landy because of it? Dang. Now, I know this isn't the thing that we're looking for, but it's still here. You'll fix that? Great. Why'd I check? What? I really wonder what the story is here, right? Like, this looks funny. You're just like, sir, why are we here? What's going on? That's funny. Alright, here. Here we go, this is promising. Here we go. Yeah. Got all the maps. I wonder if they've been adding in the new ones as they've been coming out too. They seem to be somewhat in order as well. Let's check the other side. Stop right there, criminal scum. Well, I guess we'll go down. Let's see if there's any more maps. That's cool that you got the map of Middle-earth here. Now I just imagine a classroom with Corey Olsen on, you know those like roll maps that have like the 20 maps in them in history class that they'd have? I just imagine Corey Olsen with one of those for maps of Middle-earth. That's really what I want to see now. Like, that's my life goal, is to get Corey Olsen one of those things, but for Middle-earth maps instead. That would be hilarious. I can just see Corey teaching like a Middle-earth geography class and just like having one of those things and pulling it out and have, you know, one of those pointers and he's pointing to, you know, that would be great. But yeah, this is a pretty cool place. I wish that was your history. Yeah, right? Imagine if that was your history class. That'd be amazing. Alright, well, let's head up on this way. Hey, Frodo from the Shire. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Familiar with the upper class in Bree Town, you collect pottery from ruins of the Kingdom of Arnor. Let's see what this is about. I don't remember this quest. Could get some better armor. Let's see what this is about. Greetings from Doriath. Nice. You're a Lord of the Rings fan? No, I don't like Lord of the Rings at all. I'm just playing LOTRO right now, just because I just like to create this, you know, presence of like spite. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. It sends you to the Lone Lands. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we'll follow it for now. I don't think we'll go to the Lone Lands because, man, I don't want to go there. But no, we actually did a lore series, Frodo from the Shire, that was in partner with the Tolkien professor, Dr. Corey Olsen, and had a whole thing about that. And that was a lot of fun. We basically told the lore as if the people from it was a location series, and it is basically as if the people from that location told the story. And so it covers like all the main events of a certain specific landscape point. So we did like the whole history of the Shire, for example. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And things like that. You can find that over on my YouTube channel. If you just it should just be on the main page. If you scroll down, there's a playlist that's for the whole Middle-earth lore series. This is your chat, right? LOTR is terrible. Definitely don't have like 10 games. Yep. But yeah, we're big Tolkien fans in this on this channel. In our Cities Skylines playthrough, we can't not have Tolkien in our series apparently, because I just tipped over my speaker. Because apparently, you guys didn't let me build just a normal city. No, we had to have like Mordor in the industrial area and all this other stuff. So even in games that aren't even about Lord of the Rings, they're having me do things like that. By the way, and I'm hesitant to mention this, but there is a mod for Cities Skylines that lets you have Barad-dûr. I really don't want to put it in our city because I feel like the point of that city is to have like a realistic type city, and that would just totally kill it because it'd be the tallest building there by far. It's huge. See, I don't really want to do that, but we could if we wanted to. Is this even the right spot? Where is this guy? I don't think this is even the right spot. We're gonna try to loot this pack without alerting him. I don't know if we can. Nope, we can't. That takes us out of stealth. Alright. The Hobbit, I thought we were really good, especially with the reference. There we go, there we go. Collected Brigand's Note. Okay, so that's all we needed. Alright. Nope, apparently there's still stuff here. There we go, that triggered it. Alright. That's weird that's... I don't know why that's being weird. Alright, anyway, we got... Our speaker's like freaking out now. It's like having PTSD about falling over. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. How'd you like the Hobbit trilogy? I didn't. To be quite honest, I didn't. That's probably my... Out of all the Tolkien adaptations, that's probably pretty high on the list of least favorite. Like, there were worse ones, don't get me wrong. And thank goodness they didn't make the one with the Beatles being 4 hobbits. My goodness, that would have been bad. But, you know, I'd put it worse than Shadow of War even. Like, I really did not like the Hobbit trilogy. And I didn't like Shadow of War either. I liked fighting the Balrog, because that was fun, but from obviously very lore-breaking. But yeah, my issue is, like, Shadow of Mordor, they broke the lore, but it seemed like they were doing it for a good reason. Like, once you got past, if you accepted the initial premise, they were actually doing some pretty cool things with, like, having Isildur, not Isildur, I got Lotro's raise on the mind. Like having Celebrimbor, the guy who made, or you know, was very involved in making the One Ring and the rings, the guy that basically created Gollum's problems, talking to Gollum. Like, they did cool stuff like that that would never happen, but it's cool to see from, just to see how they interact from a lore perspective. And I thought that they did that pretty well with that. But then in Shadow of War, we get to that, and they break, like, all the rules for no reason. And it's like all the stuff they had built in the first game was just forgotten about. And it was just all about the Nemesis system. And the new, like, sieges. And so they just got too big for their own britches, kind of a thing. I don't think I've ever said that on stream. That phrase. Alright. So recently I did turn on the music for LOTRO. Now that we're mostly streaming on Twitch, I decided to do that. Let me know if it's like really, really quiet or what. What level you guys think it's at. Right now there is no music, so, well, it's very intermittent. That's a curious bear over there. The Dark Marauder says, hopefully they don't make Helm Hammerhand and Isildur Nazgul in the update, but they have to add Minas Ithil besieged. Right? Like I said earlier, apparently you can't have Mordor. You can't do a Mordor game, especially the second Mordor game, without having a Gondorian Wraith, right? Like Lotro's doing it now. Shadow of Mordor did it. Didn't realize these guys count. I mean, it makes sense, but just kind of weird that this whole area is the farm, I guess. Interesting. It's cool that they all count, though. Alright. Go over here. So anyway, we are... Oh man, did not mean to pull all 3 of them. Oh crap, all 4 of them. What's this skill do? Touch and go. Heal yourself and improve your defenses. Whoa! Did not realize we have that skill. Wow. That's nice. We need to read about what that does in a minute. I forgot we got that one at the end of last stream. That's going to help our survivability immensely. Man, we need to make that be like our first skill, right? Just constantly re-healing ourselves. Oh my goodness. It does have a long cooldown. Not like the Lore Master heals, obviously, because we're a burglar. We burgle. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. So this has a 5-minute cooldown. Heal yourself and improve your defenses. Restores 50% of max morale. And you also get extra evade, physical mitigation, tactical. That's really good. That is really good. We need to pop that up. We'll put that right there for now. Let's actually do that. There we go. Everyone, welcome. Nice to have you here. We're not intentionally playing without you, everyone. You just didn't show up, man. You gotta show. Jogo, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. It's very late for you, and you have to drop soon. Besides, your internet keeps disconnecting. Sorry to hear that. Make sure you're following if you're not already, so that you make sure, because you do have to do that in order to be entered in. We are now on the fence post. All right, I'm gonna get on Discord, everyone. So if you want to join me on there, and anybody else that wants to. There we go. And you do have to do a single message as exclamation Shelob. So if you put it in a message, it doesn't count. Because of the way Twitch commands work. There you go, bud. Alright, so I guess we did everything here, huh? All that. Oh, we do still need to collect boar heads. Tebik, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Might make it to 20 this time, right? I like how might's in there, right? It's not so confident that we'll make it. You're just like, might make it. Oh my goodness. Geistwolf, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Guilty voting for LOTRO in your poll earlier today. Yeah, a lot of people did. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, if I make a poll with LOTRO in it, it's going to win, probably. But, you know, I figured I'd ask, just in case. But with us being so close to Minas Morgul, which is what I was going to talk about earlier. Tebik, thank you so much for the sub, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that does get you ad-free viewing for a month. And it also allows you to have an extra entry into the giveaway. And all giveaways that will be in the next, you know, the continuation of your sub. So next month, there will probably be at least one that you'll get into as well. What's the Discord link? It is in the description, man. Or you can do exclamation Discord and it'll give you the link there. At least it should. It's been a while since I've done that command, so I don't know if it still works. Man, we're not finding very many boars now. We're on a boar roll right there. But then now it's just bears. Lots and lots of bears. I am glad that we still move pretty quick while in stealth, right? Like, that is a nice touch. It's not like wargs when you have to go super slow at the start. Not like them at all. Alright. We are tracking our prey. Here we go, here we go. And yeah, thanks so much for the hoster run. Really appreciate it. I saw it, but I didn't say anything for some reason. Alright. Whoops, that's all caps. My goodness, turn off caps lock. Dark Marauder beat me to it, man. Alright. I see how it is, buddy. I see how it is. Not even going to stealth anymore. Not even checking our health before we do things. We probably should start to do that at the very least. We're risking things more than we should. I have to keep reminding myself that. Like, this is not a dangerous quest by any means. But that's how they get you, right? Especially now that we have our heal. But we do need to be making sure we're paying attention, not getting distracted by the stream, which you guys are very effective at, even if you're not trying to. I must say. Alright, let's see here. Good deal, good deal. Okay. So, I still am getting distracted. We still haven't talked about what I'm trying to talk about for like the last 5 minutes now. Minas Morgul is coming out in less than a week, assuming they don't get delayed anymore. Which I'm guessing that they won't. I'm pretty sure even if they should, they're determined enough, it seems, to get this out at the date that they're wanting, that I don't think it's going to slip. And even if it does slip, it's not going to be a long time, is my guess. It's going to be like with Mordor, where it, you know, was only like a day or two. That's my guess. So we'll see what happens, but I'm thinking that we're going to be in a pretty good... They're going to be releasing it. Now, based on what has been coming out of Bull Roar, it does seem like it's way more polished than the first round of beta usually is. But I don't know if it was like... because to correspond with how short this beta is, they should be at like build 3 with their build 1. I don't think it was that refined, especially with the instances, right? I think the instances are probably going to either be closed at launch, or they're going to be having some bugs in them, right? So we'll see how they do things. The dwarf does indeed look Stout-axe. There are new animations with the new dwarf race that you can tell. Yeah, for one thing, when they do jumps, let me turn it around here. When they do jumps, they do like a kick jump kind of thing. Let's see. When they go off to a side, they look like they're more like lumbering kind of a thing when they're strafing. And that's pretty much it. I guess you can't look at your character from the front while doing that. That's annoying. I mean, I'm sure there's a button I could be pressing, but... So, anyway, they are pretty cool. I really like this Stout-axe in particular. I like their appearance. It looks pretty good. Alright.
Greetings, friend.
Good deal. Oh, this is our burglar quest. Cool. Let's do it.
The hobbit burglar Athrol Duck has learned that some of the big folk who have been causing trouble in the South Farthing of the Shire are planning to sneak onto Farmer Maggot's land and steal his mushrooms. Athrol has no intention of allowing hobbit mushrooms to be stolen by men.
This quest is hilarious. Alright. That's sad that this is blocked behind the burglar. Man, this is awesome.
Is there something I can do for you?
According to my information, the provisioner of the Blackwoods was going to send some of his cronies here tonight to steal as many mushrooms as they can carry. I'll keep watch here, search the farm for the brigands, and use your skill to quietly put an end to them. I'll meet you back here when you've taken care of them all. Stay alert. It's a dark night, and the brigands may be hiding anywhere around the farm. Oh, and collect some mushrooms while you're at it. No self-respecting burglar would leave the farm without a few of Maggot's delicious mushrooms. Take care for his dogs, though. Get too close, and they'll sniff you out, no matter how sneaky you might think you're being. Okay. Defeat the mushroom thieves. Collect some mushrooms. They have something against men? That's funny. Alright, we're not gonna pull anything from there yet. Okay. So yeah, we are in the Shire now. This is a pretty cool quest. Alright, it looks like the mushrooms are over here. There's one. Where are the dogs anyway? I'm not even seeing them. There we go, there's two. His accent got more and more American, right? Yeah, that happens. The accents change. They don't... I'm not very consistent usually. Except with Bingo Boffin. Do hobbits and dwarves consume most alcohol when they're so tiny? Right? Yeah, they probably do get wasted quite a bit. Man, imagine being Farmer Maggot and seeing a Stout-axe out your window. That would be pretty scary. Well, that was easy. Alright. Man. That was like too easy. Come on, go over the fence. There you go. deal, good deal. Alright, now do we have a thing that can draw, like, just one of them out? Cause the enemy to fail skill attempts, and subsequent skill attempts will briefly take longer. Duration for 30 seconds. That's pretty good. Burgle. Alright. Stuff for the allies. Alright. So I think we're just gonna have to go for them. Oh, hey, there we go, there we go. Don't run away. Alright, there we go, there we go. So, I appreciate the Hobbit's help here, right? What does he say anyway? Protect the mushrooms?
Just a moment.
So that's just what he said earlier, okay. So there's the chickens. Wait, are we in combat? No, we're not in combat. It just looks like it when we're walking around like that. Alright. Well, that's the end of the map. Where's the rest of the brigands? Probably over here, huh? Nope, no brigands over here. We're still supposed to have 4 more, so I don't know where they're at, but it's not over here. Here's one, apparently. Oh, here's 2. Get a twofer. We still haven't seen any of the dogs. Whoa. Calm down. There we go. We're still not seeing any dogs. All right. Horses. We just barely don't have enough skills. There we go, there we go. Time to go back around to the Hobbit. But I like this. This was a nice get to know your class quest. I miss class quests so much. Imagine if they had like a Mordor class quest, right? Like how cool would that have been? That is definitely something I'd want. And then have like a new ultimate for each of the classes in each of the different trees, or just an actual like ultimate. It would be pretty cool.
Just a moment.
You've done it, Dang Fry. I see that you're at home with shadows and moonlight, just as a burglar should be. Do you hear that? Are those dogs barking? Hey, what's that sound? Da 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 da. Haha, it looks like his mushroom stealing days are over. Call off your dogs. We still stole them. Are you ready to journey back to Adso's camp? The mushrooms are safe. Man, that's a sneaky hobbit right there.
What do you need?
You did a good thing, Deng Fry. And Farmer Maggot's delicious mushrooms have been spared from falling into the hands of the Black Wolves, who don't deserve them. We, however, certainly do deserve them, and the mushrooms you collected can be our payment from Farmer Maggot for the service we did him. I'm sure he'd be pleased with this arrangement, so there's no need to speak with him about it. No need at all. And I think it's clear that you are a very effective burglar. You certainly handled yourself well around those brigands. They'll fear your shadow from now on, if they have any sense, for you are quite skilled. A thief in the night. Alright.
What do you need?
Yeah, that was a really fun quest.
Could I take a moment of your time? Please, stay a moment.
This is intolerable.
That's just crafting stuff. Don't care.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Like wolf pelts, okay.
Stay and hear me out.
You should probably speed level a character to you before you hop on Discord. Hey, you can just join in if you want, man. Either way. We've been working quite hard on this building for some time now. Yes, you have, and all the players know. And it's thirsty work, but it seems that our water supply is running low. One of our hunters came across a spring in the northern parts of the old forest, where the water is particularly sweet and refreshing. A strange thing to find in a wretched, gloomy wood. Go southwest to the old forest, take the north woods. The spring is a beautiful place. Hard, da, da, da. I would appreciate if you could fetch water for me as soon as possible. I would hate to run out before you return. Okay. The building that will never be built. Hey, don't say never. It could be. Because we haven't, like, technically, our characters haven't returned here. Period, right? So technically, when they do Scouring of the Shire, we could end up here at some point and see this thing completed, right?
Could I speak with you a moment?
Alright, now we're getting all the old forest quests. Let's go over here first. There we go. Just making sure we're okay here. Alright, let me exit out of that and see if that helps. Actually, while I'm exiting out of things, there we go. Alright. Collect his goods. Yeah, we haven't been paying attention, have we? Strong feelings against the Buckland Old Forest quests? How come? There we go. I figured his goods were taking on brigands. Alright. They don't lead to Bob in the Barrow Downs. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I'm honestly surprised everyone hasn't joined us yet, right? Like, I think this is the longest we've gone unsupervised. Oh, it did come up. Well, that was kind of wasted, but hey, we got it. You said why? 'Cause you weren't here? Alright, this is gonna be interesting. Andang is ignoring me. No, I saw why. You were at work. But I didn't realize you still were. There we go. Glad we have that heal now. The burglar would take this. Don't have the right crafting tool for that. Well, never mind. What, pick up the Old Forest quest? I saw that too. I just don't know where they are. Thief in the Night? Tang Fry, Thief in the Night. There we go. Hey, awesome. Look at that. Could get another one pretty soon. Alright, we got more points to spend. Yeah, let's do that. Stunning the enemy by blowing dust in its face. That's pretty good. Attacks enhanced by stealth are more likely to crit. +1 melee critical chance. Let's do the dust thing first. There we go. Put that right up there. Move this over there. Actually, do that. Hey guys. Man, we were like Karsgar there. They just ran past, didn't even know we were there. Look at that. Oh, now we are so powerful. 5 seconds is forever, and then we can do that? Oh yeah. This is a game changer. Alright, I think we're gonna do a thing. We're just gonna move everything down 1. Let's actually flop those. And then we're gonna slide this in our number 2 slot. There we go. Finally got your own scarecrow garden in Arcade? Nice. And we are getting very close to leveling here. Oh, there's goods right there too. So see, I guess you could have done it combat or non-combat. Okay. Oh man, we got 3 in here. That's not great. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Oh boy. Stay going that way. Alright, we're just gonna run a little bit. Just gonna run a little bit. What? You can... Alright, there's a ranged over there. Okay. think we might have overstayed our welcome here. Oh my goodness. That's funny. I love the way we run. It makes it look so much more hilarious being chased by enemies. Alright, we're gonna fight. Well, no, we're not. They're gonna run back. Okay, there we go. We thought we were gonna level. Just sleeping out in the field? Oh, he noticed. Okay. Yeah, we should probably upgrade that stealth level at some point down the road. Alright. There we go. Okay. Oh, so you wanted to recover and eat something first. Yeah, I totally did not see that. Defeat Dirk. So do we have to actually defeat the guy that we ran from? Okay, helps if you read the quests, huh? No, that's not the guy we ran from. We already defeated him, didn't we? Pretty sure we already defeated him, it doesn't count it that way. Oh boy, here we go again. Come on, there we go, there we go. Level up, saving us. Level up, saving us. Alright. There we go. And we got that heal. Good deal, good deal. Come on. It's way over there. Oh, we gotta get that archer. Good gravy. Alright, we'll let him run. Forget it. We gotta get this archer. Oh man, he blocked it. Oh boy. Whew. Oh my gosh, that was close. 94. We were down to 94 there, out of 1,000. Oh, that was close. Alright. Well, we did it. Whatever it is, we did it. Oh wait, is that there? Yeah, that's that there. Alright. Just move that over. Okay, so it'd probably help if we actually equipped the gear that we're getting here, huh? Not as good. Somewhere in here is the new armor. Right now we got like all this low level stuff. Although that's not low level stuff. I know we gotta... Here, there's the helmet. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, all that's early stuff. Alright. Cool. We need to sell some stuff, apparently. Like, all the things.
What do you need?
Just how your day's going. Sorry to hear that. So was today your first day at work, everyone? I don't remember. Or has it been a few days now? First day was last Monday, okay. Oh, we need to equip that. Both heavier. Cool. Good deal, good deal. And we just got a lot of junk. We haven't cleared it out at all. This is our first sale, I think, the whole game. So I'm guessing burglars never get a bow, so we can get rid of that. It's been going great up until today. Murphy's Law hit you hard today. So, what happened today, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, we don't need that. We got plenty of other stuff. I don't think we even need what we just sold, so... Although this is a permadeath character, we'll go ahead and buy that back. Yeah, I do know Murphy's Law of averages, yeah. So it's just kind of like it was bound to happen that you had a bad day? Is that what you're trying to say? Or trying to communicate that, I guess, is what you're trying to say. Or is what you're saying, is what I mean. Mist meat is so creepy, right? If it can go wrong, it will. Okay. Well, sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully the tomorrow will be better, and hopefully the rest of today will be better. Yeah, so we still got all that cosmetically, so yeah, we're good. That's a character right there. Alright. Thanks everybody. Hey, yeah, I mean today, I was the only person in my, again, in this multiple department area. And it's getting concerning considering that we're getting close to the holidays, right? And we can't keep having days like this when we're getting ready for everybody getting turkeys and all that stuff, and it's just huge amount of food for Thanksgiving, right? So it's just have to get more people. It's crazy. And like all these other parts of the store are getting more people, but we're still like literally just about every other part of the store has gotten more people, but we're still waiting. So hopefully that'll happen at some point. What is this? Oh, weathertop painting. That's cool. Did we just get luckier, or is that a normal thing that you get? I don't remember getting a weathertop painting in the gift. So what I'm saying is, normally there's 3 people across the 2 departments that we're responsible for at my job. And today, I was the only person in both those areas. And that's like 3 people minimum. Like there's supposed to absolutely always be 3 people. More people on the weekends, but during the weekdays there's supposed to be like always 3. You can get by with 2, but with 1 you literally can't do everything. It's literally impossible. Unless it was raining the entire day outside and so no customers came into the store, it's literally impossible to be over both areas with just 1 person. You can get by, and when I left it didn't look that bad because it was a Wednesday, but still not everything got done that normally should be done. Everything that we have to get done did get done, but not the stuff that sets the next team up for success, right? Because there's multiple shifts. You always get that? Okay. That makes sense. So, anyway, that was an interesting day.
Is there something I can do for you? What do you need?
At one point, I just kept getting like customer after customer after customer asking me something. And it was like, I kept almost getting able to be going back to doing what I was doing at the time. And it was just like, man.
Please stay a moment.
But it's cool. I enjoy my job. I feel like I make a difference. Obviously, if I wasn't there, there'd be literally no one there, so. You'll tell more about your day in a few minutes when you get on Discord? Okay. One more favor to ask you, and it's a terrible thing too, that fills you with shame to talk about. You know that Bill Fernie I had you pay off before? Well, he sent you a message telling you that his henchman, Runemore, would be after you. He went so far as to tell you that Outlaw's Haven is west and north at some place called Outlaw's Haven. Does it tell us where? Whoa, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not at all what I wanted to do. There we go.
I'll not be ignored.
Winter will be upon us soon. Man, this guy's all gloom, right? It's still a long time till winter. He's all like, winter will be upon us soon. Blah, 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 blah. Pelts. Like, it's good times in Bree right now. Grace said, what is the job? You only heard the end of the discussion. And welcome to the chat, by the way. I work in retail. And I work in the produce area and the meat department. And when there's more than one person, I'm just in the meat department, which involves being cold most of the day, which is why when my heater broke recently at home, I was super not happy about that. because I'm like, this is the only warm place I have. No. But yeah, you do get used to the cold, to the point where it doesn't even bother me anymore, because you know you're working the whole time, so it's kind of a thing. Retail is brutal. Yeah, it can be for sure. I've been in retail for 2 years now, as of October 15th actually. It's been interesting. I definitely have so much more respect for everyone in retail, right? Like, I knew retail was bad, don't get me wrong, but I didn't realize sometimes just how bad it can be and how demanding customers can be, and how it seems at times customers are very, like, they just want what they came in for, right? They don't care how your day is going or anything like that, or how many other angry customers you've dealt with before them, or interacted with, I should say, not dealt with. That being said, I only had, so far I've only had one time where I had a really bad interaction with a customer. It wasn't even that bad. It was more just a misunderstanding, because I was busy doing something and could have said something nicer, but I wasn't like being mean to them. And I've never gotten in trouble for anything, because I always try to do the best for customers. I really do. Try to go all the way. Why are these stories so interesting? I don't know. So, you know, I started in October 2 years ago, and it was right about the time, like, within the first month, it was starting to be, you know, Thanksgiving shopping and all that stuff. And there was this lady, this customer, who was so upset about something that she started to get... well, I'll just tell what happened here. She wanted a fresh, never frozen turkey. Well, at our store we offer fresh turkeys, but they still come in on a frozen truck. But as a restaurant owner, fresh in the restaurant world means never frozen. And so she was really, really upset that we had just gotten our turkeys in, and so there wasn't even time for them to thaw like in the back or anything. And so she was really, really upset that we had these turkeys that were frozen. And it got to the point where she was literally beating it with her fist, to the point where she like started to bleed because she was pounding on this turkey so hard. And was like, "This isn't fresh." And like, I don't think I've ever cared about something that much in my life. Like, I'm sure I have, but I've never done anything like that, right? Especially not in public, you know? So that was an interesting day. Before she had done all this, I had called over a manager, because she was pretty upset to begin with. And so the manager was just like casually talking with her and not paying attention to the fact, like, was totally chill about it, right? And then later they're just like, "Are you okay?" Like, because they knew we were still a brand new associate, and they were actually the person that hired us on and was like, you know, this place is like a family and all this other stuff. And they're like, you okay? Everything cool?" Yeah, that was interesting. That was a day. Right? Poor turkey, right? Expecting a lot from a grocery store. Well, I think some people have very high expectations, right? And so it's interesting to see what happens when high expectations aren't met, I guess you could say. But like to this day, that's probably that's my second favorite story. My favorite story is that we had a guy that applied for the job, and ironically, while we're on a burglar in stealth, their name apparently was Stealth. And what's funny is they quit in orientation. They didn't even make it through like an hour of orientation, or it was something like super quick. And so literally for weeks, everybody was like, hey, where's Stealth? Oh, he's probably hiding over there. Like the fact that his name was Stealth and that he quit that soon, everybody just assumed that he was secret. He didn't really quit and he was just like hiding throughout the store. It was hilarious. Like we had jokes about that for so long. Like if he had any other name, it wouldn't have been a joke. It would just be like kind of funny that he didn't even make it through orientation. But like, oh my goodness, it was crazy. So yeah, that was probably my favorite thing that happened, was just that Stealth never made it. And it was mostly that there was one guy that, like, huge fan of the memes. He's definitely a comedian type person, and he could not like function. He just kept thinking about it and just kept laughing, and so you just hear like laughing across like on the next aisle over. And you'd be like, you okay? And he's like, Stealth! And that's all he had to say. Oh my goodness, it was great. So anyway, I think we've gotten everything here. I'm not sure, but I think we got everything here. At least you think he didn't make it, right? He's secretly in stealth, right? That was his ultimate master plan, is he just went to stealth. And like, what stealthier way to make you think that he's gone than to pretend to quit, right? Story time with Andang? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Greetings, Andang.
Hey, Ruin! Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
So, sorry you're having a bad day, man.
Well, it's better now that I'm here.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's just like one of those days where like I said, if it can go wrong, it will. Like, it was just like I woke up this morning. The sad thing is I woke up and I was like, I literally thought, like, as I was waking up, I remember thinking something along the lines of, man, I feel like today's gonna be a good day, and then it was just like all downhill from there. It's like, oh man.
See, I really do think that expectations ruin everything.
Yeah, that's probably true. Because some of the days where I wake up, I'm like, oh, today's gonna suck, and then I go through the day, I'm like, oh, actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
I mean, particularly, like, good expectations ruin everything, in my opinion. That's why when I try to go into, like, a movie or anything, I try to not have expectations for it.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. It really is. So agility's my main stat on this character, right? I keep forgetting. Yeah, agility's my main stat. Alright.
By the way, I feel like I should say this before the topic gets too lost in the background. I have a funny retail story, because I did work retail for a year at a local Best Buy in my area. And that story you were saying about the turkey reminded me, so I thought I'd share it if you're okay with it.
Sure.
So, I don't know if you've ever been to a Best Buy, but
Yeah,
I
it's
used to
usually like my main store. Like for a
Oh.
long time, so my house, my high school, and Best Buy were all, well, there was a back way into Best Buy, all on the same street.
Oh my.
And so for a long time, I called it like my road, right? Like this was the thing that was like my place, and Best Buy was my store. It was all like very personal, right? It was the part of town that was my place to be, you know?
Oh well, that.
And Best Buy for a long time, before I realized that there were other stores potentially that could be better, but in my area, Best Buy's the best electronics store that we have. Like there's nothing better. It's the peak, the upper echelon. It's the place that you go if you want to get anything computer related, basically. In an actual physical store.
Yeah, it's pretty much how it is in my area too. I mean, there's a few private business owners that, I mean, probably do better business, but for a big store, Best Buy is probably the same in my area for computers and.
Well, we have like small like computer repair stores, but we don't really have like an electronics retailer in our like a small store like that. Like there isn't anybody that's like everything that the other stores are selling are like used stuff or like really low end like graphics cards and like processors, right? For like office PCs kind of a thing, not for gamers.
But anyway, let me say my story here
Yeah,
while
absolutely.
I still have it on the mind. So, I worked in warehouse at Best Buy, which meant that not only did I stock shelves and whatnot, but I also had to help customers when they ordered something really big and heavy, like a new TV. I'd have to help them, carry it, load it into their car, stuff like that.
Right.
And normally I love that because I got to talk to people, got to hear some exciting stories, got to help people shop, all that stuff. So I always loved that part of the job. But one day, I had a very interesting encounter, and it's still the weirdest experience I've had dealing with a non-employee at a job in my whole life. Because this one lady came into Best Buy, and I don't know, I think she was like a teacher or something, because she was buying these for like a school. But she said she wanted to buy 30 large TVs, and I don't even know if we had that many in stock. But I was like, all right, well, let me ask around and see what we can do. So I looked into it, and I think we had like maybe like 15 or so, and she was okay with that. And we were like, all right, well, we can give you 15, but we need to know that you actually have room in your vehicle for these, otherwise we'll have to put them on hold. So that you can pick them up later when you have room. And she was like, oh, I think I have room. And so usually we never had problems with that, and we just trust the customer that they had room because 90% of the time they usually did. So, and actually the whole time I was there, they did. So I trusted her, and she bought the TVs and stuff, and we were getting them ready to go out to her car. And she said, oh, let me pull up my vehicle. So she went out and pulled up this teeny smart car. Like, it was the smallest car one of the smallest cars I've ever seen. I don't know if you've seen one of those smart cars, but some of them are...
Yeah, my sister actually wanted a smart car for a long time, and then she realized how unsafe that could potentially be.
But yeah, so she pulls up this teeny smart car, and I was in there with one of my fellow warehouse guys, and he actually said it. He's like, oh, this is gonna go bad. So she walked in, and we were like, okay, ma'am, we can't load 15 giant smart TVs into your smart car there because it's not gonna work. And she was like, oh, I have bungee cords, you could tie them on top of my car. And I was literally trying not to laugh because I was like, that is such a bad idea. And I was like, man, that's like very unsafe. You might lose all your TVs. And she literally started arguing with me, and she started actually getting like really mad. and she started like almost screaming at me, saying I was a horrible employee, and she wanted to talk to my manager immediately. And my other guy in the warehouse was like across from me dealing with another customer nearby in another aisle, and he was just like eyeing me with this look like he it was so funny because he was looking at me like I don't even know. It was like you could just see like pity at the same time as he was also like internally cracking up too. So like I went and got the manager of the warehouse, and he came out, and I'm not even joking, him and that lady were almost arguing with each other for almost 45 minutes. Like it was ridiculous. And
Wow.
I was in the back of the warehouse because I was honestly kind of scared because she was mad at me. Like she was enraged at me. And so I was like in the back, kind of like, I don't even want to go out there because I know it's just going to be ugly. So I was just kind of hiding in the back, and like some of my other fellow employees were coming back to me like, are you okay? That was a little different of an encounter. So, and yeah, and she eventually left without any of the TVs and said she'd never go back to Best Buy because we were a horrible place to shop. So, yeah,
Wow.
it's a very weird moment, but it's just like, I have fun telling that story because I'm like, realistically, how would you bungee cord 15 TVs on top of a smart car? Like, that is just so unsafe. There's so many things that could go wrong with that. Oh, man. But anyway, that's my, my retail story for every...
That's funny. Yeah, there was, where was it? I'm trying to think now. I don't remember, but it was at a furniture store. We were going to go pick up my my dresser that I was getting for my apartment because I was, you know, moving out of the house, doing all that kind of thing. You know, out of college, finally getting, you know, a place where the furniture wasn't provided, and I actually needed a dresser of my own, you know. So we got the dresser, went out to the warehouse of this place, because you go around back to the warehouse area where they store everything, and they load it into your vehicle there in this giant, like, I mean, it's a huge, like, there's like probably like 30 bays or something ridiculous. Like, it's a huge area, where they can like have trucks unload or like, you know, actually vehicles. Anyway, literally the laziest group of people I've ever seen. First of all, like, nobody was working. And I say nobody, I mean, like, there was one guy that was doing everything for about like 40 employees.
Wow.
And it wasn't just like, I mean, it was literally like he was doing everything. And they weren't on break or anything because they were still like occasionally moving like stuff around. But they were just being like very slow and mostly just there to like play around with each other. So I don't know if like the boss was off that day or what, but they were not doing any kind of work except for this one person who was actually like helping us.
Wow.
So anyway, they were all way too focused on like having fun with each other to actually like help this dude try to load a dresser into our vehicle. And so anyway, we found that like literally by like millimeters, the box that the dresser came in was too big to let it go into our vehicle. And so we asked him, hey, can we just like, you know, take it out of the box and keep like all the packaging that's around it, but just have it outside the box, because the cardboard was so thick that it was literally just the box. Like, it would have still been just as protected outside as inside. And they said, no, we can't do that because of policy. And we're like, well, you know, we purchased it. We just, like, this is, you know, we don't have any other way of transporting this. This is literally the only way, and this is how it's going to be going to my apartment anyway. So, like, we'll sign whatever we need to say that, like, you are no longer responsible for damaging the, you know, the furniture.
Yeah.
And I mean, it took, and they have a policy that lets you do that, but it took forever to convince them because they were all like telling jokes and all this stuff and not really paying attention to what we were saying. And I mean, it was literally like half an hour just to get this dresser in our vehicle. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
So be glad at least that your coworkers were like checking in on you and stuff and not like, you know, being crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had pretty good coworkers in the warehouse when I worked at Best Buy.
That's cool.
Now, I will say this, on the floor there were a lot of lazy people though.
Yeah, I mean, there's usually not that much going on the majority of the day at a Best Buy, right? Like there's the peak hours and everything, but at least at my Best Buy, there's large swaths of time where it's like during the summer it's different, but like non-summer time.
Well, I was about to say, at least the way my Best Buy was, it was times of year more than the day. Because,
yeah, that's true.
There were certain like time periods of the year where that place was packed 24/7, and then the rest of the year is just kind of empty. So, like, I can tell you, usually the week of Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's is insane at Best Buy. At least mine was. Like, literally, that store was not ever not packed.
Yeah.
From like the day after Thanksgiving, aka Black Friday, all the way to New Year's. It was just insane. Like, I think all of us would work like double, triple overtime, and there was like, it was just craziness the whole time. But then like the rest of the year, there's like nothing to do except for like a few weird like times like around holidays or during the summer it gets kind of busy, but like that time of the year was the worst. Like,
yeah,
I mean, especially like the weird thing was like Black Friday was worse for the people on the floor, but us guys in the warehouse, we kind of had nothing to do because we mostly, except for moving a few TVs and whatnot and restocking the shelves after Black Friday, which wasn't too big of a deal even though everything was like gone. It really wasn't too hard. There really was nothing else to do. Cyber Monday, however, was very big for us in the warehouse because you have all those Amazon orders, you have all the eBay orders. Like, I think literally on Cyber Monday alone, we emptied that warehouse so bad that we literally had like 3 items left in the whole warehouse. It was sad.
I believe it.
And literally, I think I went in like 3 hours early that day than I normally would and left like at 3 in the morning the next day. I just worked all day long shipping out orders, loading up trucks. It was ridiculous.
So what I still can't believe is what happened at our store in the meat department when chili season hit. That first cold day, literally everyone buys like a ridiculous amount of hamburger.
Oh boy.
For their chili that they're gonna make at some point, you know, in the near future. Plus it's the start of football, so there's all the like grilling and of burgers and like all that extra burger stuff that you need hamburger for. So we literally had like a truck, like all the employees were like, that had been there for, because I haven't been in this area, part of the store for very long actually, like for just a few months. But everybody that's been there for a long time was like, we've never gotten this large of a truck before of hamburger. Boy. And what's crazy is, like, one of our competitor stores nearby closed like 6 months ago. And so they were preparing for, you know, huge sales. What's crazy is we sold through all of that hamburger on the first coldest day, which is like literally like thousands of packages of hamburger. Different sizes, obviously, but like thousands of packages. We sold through all that within just the first weekend, no problem. And ended up being like sold out of hamburger for a while.
Oh my.
Like, it was unbelievable. I've never...
I hate to interrupt you, but I am getting overwhelmed back here.
Oh.
I kind of got attacked by a giant tree that was like 4,000 morale, and I defeated it, but now I got like tons of wolves, and I'm almost dead, and yeah, I'd appreciate assistance.
Yeah, I'm coming. Trying to. I'm not ranged, so you know, we're working on this. That hunter video turns out to be true, right?
Yeah. I've actually watched that hunter video probably like over 10 times now, and I've shared it with a bunch of people that play LOTRO that I know. It's just so
It's a really good video. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, especially if you're on YouTube, there's a highlight over on Twitch, or actually like a whole video that's like favorite LOTRO videos or something like that. And so I reacted to this hunter video, and it is one of the funniest videos that's ever been made for LOTRO. I really do believe that. And I've watched thousands of videos for LOTRO when I was doing my top LOTRO videos series. So I know, like, you know, I haven't seen every LOTRO video, but I've seen a ton. Maybe, I don't want to say I've seen more than anyone, but I've seen a lot of LOTRO videos. Like thousands of hours of research for that series. Like, just unbelievable amount of time that I've spent on that. And it really is the funniest LOTRO video I think I've seen. I mean, it is really, really good.
Before we continue, Andang, could you look at my pet and see what it's named? I think you have floaty names turned on, but...
Jackasam?
Mm-hmm. In honor of you, Jackasam. Because
Nice.
I forgot that my lore master doesn't have a sheep pet yet, so I figured the one pet that I got gifted by, I think it was, I forgot. I think it was Middle Earth Maiden that gave it to me on my last stream. I can't remember, my last LOTRO stream, but, which thank you to whoever gave it to me. I forgot who it was, but I named it in your honor, Jackasam.
Cool. Telerion, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. But welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. They say, is the hunter a new class? So apparently we're not. They very much so backtracked on the whole new class thing, and apparently that's not a thing anymore. So no, we haven't had a new class for LOTRO since the Bjorning, which was 2015. Pretty sure it was 2015.
I think it was. They need to add a new class.
I don't know if they need to, but I would really enjoy it.
I think the biggest issue is that they can't figure out what to add, though, because they kind of already have everything, question mark?
I disagree. I heavily disagree.
Okay, I want to hear some ideas here.
I think they definitely have plenty of class ideas based on what they've been saying. Like, they apparently have meetings where they have all these ideas of classes, according to Cordovan. I think the problem is they already have 10 classes to maintain, and they're not maintaining the 10 very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, and plus, I know PvP has always been a big issue too, because they're kind of ignoring PvP, and that's the biggest complaint about the class system right now, is that it doesn't do good in PvP. So.
Yeah, personally, should you post the hunter video link? Feel free to. Mistweaver says, hey Andang, can a level 43 character join the fellowship for a challenge? Or do you have to wait until you hit that level 2? So the rule that we established is level 50 is the cutoff right now. So if you're over level 50, you can't join. So 43 is fine. Because we don't want it to be so easy.
Now, a 43 could probably still steamroll everything in here with no repercussion. So, like, do you want to still make some rules on top of that? Like, maybe if they're a higher level than you, they can't assist too much in combat or something?
I mean, we could, but my thing is, you know, I would much rather have a community experience than I would have challenge on this character.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because, you know, you'll be here this stream, but you probably won't be here every stream. At least not for the whole time, right? So there's still plenty of chances, like the first hour of this stream, for me to totally wreck myself. Which I actually came pretty, like, I was at, what, 50 morale at one point during this stream? So, I mean, it was close. It was very close, and they had bleeds on me, so it was much closer than I meant it to go.
Yep.
So, you know, it's still a challenge, and, you know, I can still... Just because you guys are in the group doesn't mean you don't have to go AFK at certain points, and I still assume that you're here, and so I do things that I probably shouldn't be doing with you not being there. But you know, I don't know because you know, people don't always announce that they leave, so, or that they're, you know, having to go get coffee, or somebody came and interrupted them, or, you know, whatever.
Yep, definitely.
So that's my thought on the level 50. Now, I'll probably not raise the cap until I'm at least level 40, if not level 50.
As a burglar, you don't...
Assuming that even happens, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully we can get you there, but we need... The hard part, honestly, of getting you up to that point is going to be getting you through Angmar. That's going to be the hard part. Because Angmar is where it really gets challenging. Well, no, I can't even say that, because honestly, the North Downs can get challenging. And even Evendom with the Numinous.
I think that there's not really still a challenging part in LOTRO until you get to Morgul. But there are plenty of chances to have accidental pulls and things like that that cause it to be challenging.
Let's also not forget that once you get to the North Downs, you also have the problem that many on-level players have had, where you turn a corner and you're staring in the face of a roving threat, which has happened to me
roving
many
threats
times.
are true. That is true. That is true.
Yes, that's happened to me way too much.
Yeah, I haven't really run into roving threats on landscape on any of the characters, but I also haven't played that much on low-level characters since roving threats were introduced either. Like, really just my Runekeeper, I guess, was the only other character.
I could tell you a few horror stories of me when I was on level on my Hunter, actually, playing through Evendom. Especially, my worst memories are all from Evendom for some reason. Like, I remember once I went to slide down a cliff, because I had to be at the bottom of the cliff. And halfway down the cliff, I realized that there was a giant roving threat at the bottom of the cliff, and all I could do was fall and wait for death. And also, there was one too when I was in a Numinous, questing in a Numinous, and I went out a gate where there was an NPC. I was like, oh, there's an NPC here with a quest, so it must be safe. Go out the gate, turn around, and there is a giant troll roving threat right in my face, and yep, dead. So I was like, alright, well, I guess the NPC can't protect me from the roving threat.
This is one of my favorite places in the early game.
Oh, I forgot I actually picked up all the Old Forest quests before I got off last time, so this is actually helping me as much as it's helping you. Hey, Goldberry.
There's the screenshot. Alright, let me get caught up on chat here real quick. Who needs PvP anyways? Races are way better. Well, I've been saying for a long time, if they're not going to support PvP, and they keep just making it be more and more impossible, like, if they're just going to do this occasional... Hey Zoe, thank you so much for the raid. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody just tuning in, there is a giveaway going on right now for the Minas Morgul expansion.
Hey Zoe, how's it going?
So all you have to do is just follow and hit exclamation Shelob and you'll get entered in for the expansion that's set to release in less than a week now.
And for those of you who don't know, Zoe also streams Lord of the Rings online. So you make sure you follow him.
I bid you welcome,
yeah, absolutely.
Wanderer in the wood.
So, anyway, I personally wish that if they're not going to support PvP, just get rid of the whole system.
I honestly would second that.
If you're not going to support it, get rid of it. And if you don't want to get rid of it, support it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty much I think their main excuse has been at this point is that they want to work on it, but they really don't want to work on it.
And I don't care about that
Their
excuse.
expansions.
If you're not going to do it, get rid of it.
Oh dang. Oh dang. I forgot how challenging this quest is.
So, I can't help you, I'm carrying water.
I am too.
Oh.
And I forgot how challenging this is on level.
You went the other way.
I did.
We got separated.
Oh well, we're both on the same quest.
I don't think I can get up that far. I definitely cannot get up that far.
Oh boy.
I don't even remember the way out.
Oh boy.
Is it the way you're going?
Yes, I'm literally on the right path.
Okay. I'm gonna come and try to meet up with
I currently
you.
have a trail of enemies chasing me, and the sad thing is, if one of them hits me, I'm gonna lose this. So I'm trying to like stay ahead of them.
Yeah, I have an ever-expanding trail of enemies.
This quest is so hard because all you do is get hit once and you lose your bucket. Oh my.
I haven't lost my bucket, and I got hit a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I might be getting this confused with a different quest. But still, this is still a challenging quest. Oh, I
It's
made
not
it
challenging
out.
part till Mordor, you're on Andang's side. And yeah, like I said, the new expansion's not out for a few more days here. Geiso says, speaking of classes, why do you think they've never added a ranger class? See, that's been my question too. I've been pushing for a ranger class for a long time. I think it would be awesome to have a stealthed range class.
You do know Cordovan did actually respond to that once and say there is a ranger class. It's called Hunter. He said that on stream once.
I know that's what he said. I completely disagree. Not even a little bit of it. I completely disagree.
Hey, you made it!
Yeah.
I was just coming back to try and find you to guide you.
Well, see, I always think that because of the way the map is, I always think you can get out like right away. I keep forgetting that you have to go all the way over, right? Where do we take it?
To the guy in the back, the grocer.
Here we go. Hey, he got it, kind of. He animated like he did, but he didn't actually have it. Come on. Come on.
This is
I clicked the
intolerable.
quest and it's not popping up.
Yeah, that's how mine was too. There's lag.
I blame Jackasam the ice worm over here. He's freezing up the server.
Hey, we got some stuff. Cool. Let's see. So we're earning valor right now.
Hey Zoe, are you still working on
good
your challenge thing that you were doing?
But anyway, they say they could make it be a multi-class option like D&D where you sacrifice some skills and can gain others. Like healing or... Yeah, that's true. They could be a ranged stealth DPS and healer.
Also, I would like to thank Jackasam for the mail he just sent me. He sent me a tome of the tan sheep, so now I can have a sheep to follow Andang with.
But yeah, that would be really cool. Just play a heavy class. Light classes die all the time, no matter what they are. Yeah, it's true, but I do enjoy light classes quite a bit. It does add more of a challenge, I think. I think you're right that there isn't really a challenge on a heavy class. My main's a heavy, because I enjoy going through the story and all that stuff on the first one, but then after that I want a challenge, and that's what the alts are for.
Andang, look what I named the sheep.
I'm not looking at what you named the sheep. I don't want to know what you named the sheep. But yeah, the stream's going good, Zoe. How's your stream?
Yeah, a fun thing, if you didn't know, Andang, Zoe is doing a challenge right now in LOTRO, which is to walk everywhere in Middle-earth. No horses, no running, nothing. He's been doing that for, I think, a few months now.
Wow. That's cool. I do know that back from Elder Scrolls Off the Record, one of my favorite podcasts back in the day, there was a guy named Shank the Tank.
Oh, that's a great name.
And his thing was also like not only walking everywhere, but also stopping along the way to literally do flower picking quests.
Oh my word.
In Oblivion.
That's even worse.
And so he'd literally be his gameplay was walking around through the landscape while like admiring the flowers, like literally stopping to smell the roses, right?
Oh my.
Like that was his whole thing, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Some of the stuff that came out of that podcast was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
In all serious though, I don't know if I could ever do that challenge. That would be tough.
I don't think I'd have the patience either. Like I would for the first part of the game. Like I've found that on this character in like the star zones, I've definitely been walking around a lot more than I normally do. Because the way that the zone's designed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the zone is set up to not have a mount. Because used to, you didn't get a mount till 40. And then they kept lowering it until now you can get it right away.
Thank you for the trade. I don't know who that was, but when I clicked the trade button, my LOTRO crashed, so...
Whoa.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before. I guess the trade was too good. LOTRO wouldn't allow.
Well, we've been having, like, I mean, Landy was down for over 12 hours, so, like, it's coming out of the coma almost, right? Like, that is a long time to be down for a server.
I've been playing my challenge for 2 years in January. Oh, wow. 2 years. You completed all the deeds, too. Wow. Yeah, that's dedication, Zoe.
That is impressive. Seems a little sheepish to me. Not you too, Dark Marauder. No. No, we're not letting this happen.
Oh, I have to do it. I have to do it.
Oh my goodness. Look what you guys have done.
Tell me what you need or move along.
Oh my gosh.
Your account... Okay. This is another thing now I wish I was streaming. I got this error message and trying to load into Landy. Your account is in use. Either you are logged on somewhere else or someone else is using your account. What?
Okay, so either that's a glitch or you're getting hacked.
Oh, no.
So I've had that glitch before where I really wasn't getting hacked. But yeah, if somebody else logs into your account, you do get kicked. So it could be that too.
Hello there.
Either way, I'd definitely change your password as soon as possible. But log in first so you can kick them off. It still shows you offline though, so I think you just lost your link based on this. So I think you're good. Because it does say link lost here. I don't think it'd say that if you were logging in. It happens when you crash unexpectedly sometimes, yeah.
Okay, that's probably what it was then.
There's a toilet called a shank? Okay.
Now, here's another cool thing. I was having a conversation with the LOTRO dev this morning over email.
Over what?
Over email, because I don't know if you remember Andang, but where I'm currently questing on my main in Central Gondor, I found a glitch with oh, I forgot if it's the epic story or just something that spins off of the epic story. But there's a quest where once you're in, oh, it starts with an E. That one town in the north of Central Gondor. I gotta look now. Central Gondor. Here we go. Ethring. There's a glitch when you're nearing the end of Ethring, and it's apparently a newer glitch, but I had people on my stream check it out on some of their characters, and they had the same issue. Where you save this one guy from these Oathbreakers in this cave to the northwest of Ethring. And after you save the guy, he's supposed to pop up another quest that pretty much saying to explore further in the cave, and then you go in and defeat a few bosses, and that unlocks the rest of the region, and then you can move on. Well, when I saved him, that quest didn't pop up. So I had some people, like I said, check it on my stream, and they had the same issue on some of their tunes. So I sent a bug report, and some other people did. And I've been waiting almost 2 weeks now for a reply. And this morning, I had one of the devs write me a message, pretty much asking for details. And so I was giving him some details, gave him a link to the part of the stream so he could watch it. And he said they'd look into it and probably add it to their list of stuff to prepare for the next update or whatever. So yeah, it's fun.
So your glitch is now something that they're going to repair. It's not something that they could just fix for you.
Wait, what? I did not understand what you just said. What did you? I'm trying to understand what you're saying, Andy. Sorry.
So the glitch that you have, they can't fix it. They have to,
Might I take
like,
a
it's big
moment
enough
of
to
your
where they
time?
can't just like do a temporary fix just for you.
Oh.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's an actual game glitch. Because
Okay.
for some reason that quest can no longer be progressed for some reason.
That's
which I've
crazy
seen
because
that.
normally they can just progress it for you. So I'm surprised that.
Well, here's the weird thing. Because if I go into my completed quests on my main, it says I completed that quest. But I have proof that the quest never popped up. Plus, not only that, but if I go to the reflecting pool, it won't let me replay the private instance I'm supposed to get. So I know I've never done it, even though it credits me as completing it in the completed quest. Plus, the area in the cave it's supposed to unlock when I complete it is still locked to me. So it's pretty much like the
That's
quest
crazy.
never popped up. The quest never popped up. I never got the rewards. Plus, it's supposed to give me a trait point for completing that quest. Never got the trait point. So I never got the rewards, never got the unlocks, never did the quest, but it says I completed it. So that's the issue I'm having, and it's not just me, because I had I had Raider, I had a few other people that have been in both our streams check it out that were in my stream at the time, and they all went on and checked it out on some of their tunes that hadn't gone through Central Gondor yet, and they all had the same issue. So it's yeah, so it's
a real issue.
Yeah, it's a real, actual in-game issue.
That's for everybody. That's crazy.
Yep. And
Well, you just got lucky.
Yeah. Yep, and I caught it on stream too. It was a stream first exclusive.
Yeah, got that bonus content there, right? That's funny.
Also,
All right.
And then come look at all these sheep names over here. You're gonna love them.
I will in a second. I'm going to keep doing this prologue real quick. If you're VIP, you get it at 20 unless you purchase it from the store. Yeah, that's true. For the mount there.
Hey, Kevin Greenlee. Okay, everyone, we should start a thing. If any of you in chat have characters on Landroval, you should get one of the sheep pets, which you can easily get from doing the first few bingo quests. And we should all name them in Andang's honor, and then just follow him around with our army of sheep every time he streams. It'd be great. I'm sure Andang would love it, right, Andang?
Nope. But Mary Rose, welcome to the chat. Sorry I missed you earlier. I suppose you should refrain from singing Mary Rose Had a Little Lamb. Oh my goodness. Mary Rose, not you too. Wow. Man. Mary Rose is making fun of their own name just so that they can get in on these sheep jokes. Not okay. Hey, Torque, thank you so much for the follow. Red, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Make sure if you're wanting to get into the giveaway that you do exclamation Sheila for that Minas Morgul expansion that we're giving away on the 30th.
Bongorfians, I can see your sheep name, so I'm not sure why you can't. Do you have floating names on?
Yeah, Kevin, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here.
Because you need floating names on to see your sheep name.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Level 19, just one more to go to 20.
Woohoo! Oh, did you find the...
Oh, here's the Craven quest. This is one of the quests that used to be hard. I don't know if it still is.
Oh, it still is on level. I died to it on my lore master when I did it.
Okay, well, I might want your help on this then. Or at least you being in proximity.
My sheep are ready to serve you, Andang. Hold on.
I mean, you'll be around for the res. You're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and start fighting him. It is fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, this one's not the actual quest, so it's just the kill the 4 before the quest, right? So.
Bongorfians, you may be bugged. If you're okay with it, I'd try restarting your game. Because that sounds like a bug. Either that, oh, you know what else it could be? Actually, before you do that, I remembered, I think there is a setting in the collection panel. Actually, let me check this, because I think there's a collection to hide pet names.
Yeah, there is. So, Zoe, the rules of our Permadeath character. Here we go, since you asked. Number 1 is that we can't have high level help. That's number 1. Number 2, however I want to count this. Number 2 is that we obviously can't die. In fact, that's probably number 1, but we're counted as number 2 here. That's the given one, right? Number 3 is that any death legitimately due to lag doesn't count because it was not our fault.
Also, deaths falling off cliffs do not count, as if you remember from last stream.
So they do count, but since you're in the vicinity to res me, we were good. So that's the next rule, is that if someone is in the party that can res me and we're actually playing together, they can do that. You still
waited for the res, you know.
In retrospect, I definitely should have done that, but I didn't. And I do redirect that. And if you would have watched the start of the stream instead of being at work, then you would have known that, everyone. You would have known that I made a reference to that at the start. But anyway, that's the basic rule set that we got here. Urin sounds lovely, but not walking from Wildermore to Bree for that. Yeah, no kidding. People call you dad in your stream. For some reason, you get Twitter messages on Father's Day saying things like, "Are you ever gonna come back with the milk you promised me 20 years ago?" Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Well, there's the famous Elder Scrolls player that has had like multiple documentaries about her now. That she's a grandma, or of the grandma age at the very least. But I think she actually is a grandma too, and her audience calls her grandma, and like does all the grandma interactions, and like they say things like that she's helped make them be better people. Because they don't want to be rude in front of grandma. And whenever they have somebody with like bad language in chat, they all say like, "Hey, you can't say that at grandma's house." And like, you can't say that in front of grandma. And so like all the sibling stuff that would actually be like happening in real life, the chat acts as if they're all like a big family and that she's just the grandma of everyone. And she didn't ask for that, it just happened. Now what's crazy is she did a Let's Play, and her first Let's Play got shared by somebody. And so she like uploaded the Let's Play, went to bed, and she got on the computer the next day and checked her email. There were 500 emails.
Oh my.
She was so scared about it that she closed out the email and didn't know what to do. Because she thought that like she had gotten hacked or something, or she didn't even know what to think. Because why in the world would there be 500 emails? And she didn't put the link to that being related to the fact that there were 500 comments on her YouTube video. Because why in the world would there be 500 comments on the first video you ever upload? And she just grew to be this huge figure in the Elder Scrolls community.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a really interesting documentary. I shared it on Twitter a long time ago. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, you could probably just look up Elder Scrolls Grandma or something. In fact, I'm gonna Google that real quick right now and see if I can find it.